There's a recording. Yeah, this is all for you guys. So for those that don't know me, everybody can see my screen, right? Yes. Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. So for those that don't know me, my name is Mike Del Prado. I've been doing this since 2005. So going on 17, 18 years now. I've always followed the guiding principle of treating others like I'd like to be treated. And I've built a team around that. And that's how we kind of like to roll. With that in mind, we've always focused on education, both for our clients and our agent partners. Oops, sorry, I'm getting some glitches here. That thing's skipping. Plug into the Wi-Fi. I got a hardwire here. It's glitching. I think the Facebook Live and the recording and the Zoom all is probably too much for my computer. But anyways, back to the education. So, my focus as a lender is not just to provide a world-class experience and serve our mutual clients, but my job, I believe, as a true lender partner is to help my referral partners grow their business. And if you're a referral partner here already today, thank you for attending. This is a way for me to thank you for our relationship. And if we don't yet work together, perhaps you're open to the possibility, but this today is really just, one example of what I do for my referral partners to help them succeed in their business. So let's get started here and talk about what we're going to cover. First, we're going to cover the what and why of Google My Business, how to set up and optimize your account, getting client reviews, getting found on Google search. Oh, little trigger happy here, and the Google performance. So just keeping an eye on kind of what's going on, why people are coming to your profile and where they're going from there. So what exactly is Google My Business? As I'm sure a lot of you guys know that already have accounts, it's a free business listing platform that allows you to display your business information on Google search and Google Maps. Google Maps is becoming more and more prevalent, and Google's kind of pushing people that direction. But your business listing includes a description of your business, your contact information, client reviews, photos, questions, and content that you can post. You should set up a Google My Business listing so you show up when consumers use Google search. It will help you get found and generate leads for your business, which we all want more business, right? That's why we're here. So Google My Business is all about reaching people in your local area. So basically, when you search for a business on Google, the Google My Business page shows up. You can see the mobile version on the left and the computer on the right. Very similar, kind of the same calls to action there. The Google My Business profile, as I mentioned, displays your business name, address, phone number, website, reviews, and hours of operation. Your business might already have a listing in Google because Google is always finding and adding businesses to its directory. How do you find your business? Just Google your business name. If it's already in Google, you just need to verify and claim it, which is a big thing we'll talk about here. You have to verify your business. A lot of people don't realize that. They just think, oh, it's up there, I'm good to go. In order to own it, you have to verify it. So now let's talk about the benefit of having a Google My Business profile. You need to make it easy as possible for your potential customers to find you. Your goal is to connect with local, and I want to stress local home buyers and sellers. Those consumers are searching online, so having a Google My Business profile helps bridge that initial connection to people searching for local real estate professionals and finding, guess who? You. First benefit of having a Google Business profile is that it exponentially increases your visibility in search. So people typing in, for example, Elizabeth Yee with Realty One will see her show up at the top of the search with her local business information. This, of course, adds credibility to your brand as well. Pretty straightforward, right? People can find you. They know you're established. They know you're not just, starting out in the business, all that kind of fun stuff. The second major advantage is that pairing Google search and Google Maps, when people in your local area search Google using keywords like real estate agents near me. So consumers are increasingly using Google Maps to find local professionals by searching directly in Google Maps. Anyone here use Google search in their maps?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, use the chats if unless you're going to answer. Use the chat so I can kind of see what's going on there and interact with you. But so people are frequently using the term near me to search requests. For example, real estate agents near me is a very common search term. So now let's look at how to set up your account. And for those that already have an account, this is pretty quick, so don't fade on me too quickly. We'll get to the good stuff at the end there. But to qualify, you must have either a physical location or travel to visit customers in the location that you are claiming. You can use your home address as your physical location if you choose. For Google My Business accounts, Google wants to keep search results limited to local brands that customers can physically visit. That's important too. Again, the address is very important. So who here has a Gmail address? Most of you, I assume? Awesome. You're one step ahead of those that don't. That means you already have a Google account. If you don't already have a Google account or Gmail address, you will have to create one. To set up a Google My Business listing, go to google.com/business and click Manage Now. So the more important tip here, make sure your business name is 5 words or less. I got this tip probably 3-4 months ago, actually probably on August. And I had Mike Del Preto, mortgage advisor, Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS 230942. Way too long. No business would ever be that long, right? Got some third-party consultations. Now it's just this Mike Del Preto, mortgage advisor. Jonathan, who's also a lender. You can put your NMLS in your headshot so that's compliant and then shorten up the name. But for you guys that are agents, I would just use your name. And like, for example, if you have your name, brokerage, and real estate agent, also likely too long. Shorter is better. So I would say just use your name followed by realtor or real estate agent if you're not allowed to use the title and the copyright of or trademark of realtor. I've had mixed reviews on that. I'm not an agent and I'm not your compliance department, so you guys can tread lightly there. The odds of somebody actually getting you in trouble for it's pretty small. So maybe ask for forgiveness versus permission on that one. But next, it's time to add your business to your profile. So you can use a search function to see if Google already has a record of your business, or just click the blue text box at the bottom to add your business to Google. You guys can see that bottom left. All right, so follow the prompt, select yes, and add a location. Again, this is important to show up in maps. Locations are very important. And if it's not consistent across the board, for example, let's say your website has one address and your Google profile has another, Google's going to push you all the way to the bottom of the rankings. They want to see consistency across all platforms, phone number, address, etc. So enter your general area that you serve customers. Again, you can always edit this later. It's a working live profile. You can always make updates and tweaks and things like that. Follow the prompts to add your business information, including your business contact information, service locations, and category. A few numbers to keep in mind. There are over 3,000 Google My Business categories. You can only select one primary category, which is given the most importance in the Google algorithm. And Google category for agents is real estate consultants. So just go with that. Don't overthink it. Again, there's some stuff that's similar, but just roll with that. Enter your contact information, including phone number and website. This is what people can use the click to call feature or click to visit your website when viewing your business on Google Maps. A side note for like the 2.0 of this on a website side of things, I have a pixel on my website. That means when people go to my Google profile and then go to my website, the pixel is a retargeting service that I pay for through a third party. There's companies like LeadPops, AdWorks, et cetera. We can talk about that another time. What that means, and some of you might have had this that are part of my sphere. It's a pixel that will then follow you around for 90 days with a retargeting ad so that I pop up in your phone with, Facebook and here and there and all that kind of stuff. That's the, again, 2.0 version where people find you on Google, they might be clicking around and then all of a sudden they see you 2 weeks, 2 months later, and they're like, oh yeah, I remember that person. Maybe I should give them a call now that I'm ready to do something. So again, you got to stay in front of people for a long period of time before they start to get familiar with you and want to, reach out. Again, Google will need to verify your local business address, and they do so in most cases by mailing you a postcard with a validation code on it. The validation address needs to be a physical mailing address and not a PO box. So even if you only go into an office maybe once a month, as long as you can receive US mail at the address, you can validate that location as your place of business for purposes of setting up a Google local business listing. Make sense? So once you've completed this process, you'll see the screen confirming a postcard is being mailed with your verification code. When you receive it, return to your Google/business profile and complete your verification process by entering the code. Everyone following me? All right, so now let's look at the good stuff. How to optimize your profile to help you get found in search. Like other social accounts, you can add some personalization to your Google My Business profile. In fact, it's an important part of having a complete business profile. You can add your profile photo, create a cover image for your Google My Business listing. A few years ago, Google added the capability and feature to allow businesses up to 30-second videos. This could be your agent profile video, a tour of your office, or a listing. You can show customers what to expect when they arrive. Again, everybody's having people come to their offices nowadays, but just an idea there. And you can upload an exterior, interior image of your office as well, just again, so they get more recognizable. Another thing that works out well too is if there are recognizable local landmarks nearby, show where your close location is in proximity. And consider posting pictures of some of your listings as well, because that's really, for you guys, that's what your products are, your listings. Question, how many of you go to your clients rather than have them come to your office? Most of you guys? I'm guessing. So I'm guessing most of you. So this might not apply, but we're all in different markets and neighborhoods. But By adding an exterior picture of your office location, it is helpful as it can help your clients find your location. Remember, a lot of people will be using Google My Business to find your office. Having a visual picture of the building they are looking for will help them find you faster. And again, a lot of people are using search through maps, and that's where you'll pop up, not just on their web browser like you might be thinking about. So keep your business, Google My Business listing fresh. If you decorate your office for a holiday or have a promotion or event scheduled, post a new photo or video to keep your content fresh in your Google My Business listing. If you're involved in a community activity, a toy drive, volunteering, for example, post, we got a question here. Too often, good question, Holly. So in that situation, you can have two different businesses. And that's what I would recommend doing. Maybe alter the business name a little bit, but you can claim more than one business. We can get more into that on your specific situation, but I would say, yeah, have two physical addresses and ultimately maybe put, Holly Realtor and then Holly Real Estate Agent and see if they'll let you get away with that. Again, Google wants consistency, but if the businesses are far enough apart, they should recognize that for you. So, but yeah, fresh content works well with Google My Business. They want to see consistent activity, which is normal for an established business. I've personally found some traction and increase in inbound calls or leads when regularly posting updates. So think of an update as a social media post. It's no different. It's just your way of, and Google My Business used to call them just posts, and now change it from posts to updates. But when you post real estate related content on social media, copy that and do it as an update in your Google My Business. Remember, you can post multiple videos up to 30 seconds, as well as content that is 1,500 or less characters. So thinking about that from an actual implementation standpoint, let's say you've got a 60-second reel on Instagram, go to a service like Canva. There's a million of them, but go to a service where you can take that video, cut it in half, so 30 seconds and 30 seconds. You can put both of those videos back to back in the same update with your post, and people will see those, side by side. But if you put up, say, a 45-second video, Google will automatically cut that to 30 seconds and they'll lose the last 15 seconds. So a couple of weeks will make you stand out from other agents, since very few are focusing on their Google My Business profile compared to the social media profile. I was doing some research when putting this content together, and some of your competitors, some other agents that have 150, 150 reviews, they've got a bunch of reviews, but they don't put any updates in there. And so Google, yes, they're catching recent reviews, and that'll help them kind of climb to the top of the list. With updates, you'll really get yourself, towards the top there, with people kind of catching you. And don't be fearful on putting in keywords into your post, things like homeowner, home buyer, things that are going to pick up the Google bots are going to bring you to the top of the list. Any questions there? Now let's keep going. So part of a complete profile is to provide a brief description about your business. Add a 750 or fewer character description that tells why your business is unique and what you have to offer your customers that competitors don't. Really, this is your, about me or your bio. You don't add URLs or links there quite yet. There's going to be a spot for that section later on. And more importantly, or most importantly, information. Put the information that's most important first. In the first 250 characters, that's what Google is going to show everybody before they click the, see more or read more button. So you want to make sure that the really good stuff, the hook, what makes you unique, that's going to bring somebody to read the other 500 characters is in that first 250. So now let's talk about asking for reviews. This is probably the most important thing and the best benefit of Google when it comes to your long-term business plan and getting future business. So for after every transaction, you should be asking your client for a review. I hear lots of people say that they send their client an email or a text after closing asking for reviews. In my opinion, with how important reviews are for your future business and to get stronger reviews, I do suggest asking face-to-face, let's say at a final walkthrough or closing it, if possible. If you can't, at least have a phone call with them, but ask them after it's all said and done, was there anything at all from start to finish that I could have done better? Give them a chance to voice their opinion, and you're going to get a feel for kind of where they're at. But this shows them that you're always looking to improve and their opinion is being heard. It also shows you how you can flesh out who you might not want to ask for a review. It's okay, wasn't a great experience, wish you the best. Hope I can help you in the future, but that person's probably, long gone and stuff happens. What are you going to do? Move on and it is what it is. But assuming all went well, follow up with, if I send you a link, would you mind sharing your story and experience with the online world? Now, I purposely say story and experience rather than review, because a review to most people, I think, is just clicking a button that's to say, hey, it's 5 stars, 4 stars, whatever it might be. A story and experience is more real, and you'll find people writing sentences and in some cases paragraphs And the length of the review and keywords in those reviews does matter for the Google ranking, which is also why I like to send an email with my review links to increase the likelihood they complete on their computer as opposed to their phone and actually write more. I think people are texting with their thumbs. You might get a sentence or two tops. If they're on their computer, you might get a whole paragraph. You can track who has left reviews, and if a few weeks has passed after you've sent that email, then maybe you follow up with a text, checking in with them. Hey, how'd the move go? Are you settling in, et cetera? And oh, by the way, I know I'm sure you're busy juggling things, in boxes, et cetera. But here's my review link when you have a second. Thanks again. Now remember, the more reviews that you get and the more current your reviews are, the more Google is likely to push your search ranking higher when people are searching for real estate agents in your area. One nice perk with your Google My Business page that Google offers too is they'll notify you every time someone completes a review on your Google My Business listing, so you can thank that person for the review. You should reply to every single review and include keywords like homeowner, home, dream home, first time buyer, things like that, et cetera. It does help the bots bring you to the top of the list. All right, and then for your customers and potential customers, you can send text messages from your Google My Business page. A lot of people don't realize that. You have to turn that on, but it's a great way to connect directly with people. And again, give them the path of least resistance to talk to you. If they don't want to call you up and they just want to send you a quick message, give them that option. Once you get started, you can turn on messaging, and it's pretty easy to do. Just click a couple buttons there. And then you can also set up and enable an auto reply feature and a welcome message. But remember, before you can set up messaging, you do need to verify your account. So remember that Google postcard from a little bit ago, you need that verification code. And again, it takes about 3 to 5 days to get to you once you trigger it from the powers that be. Anyone know what the Google 3-pack is? No? 3 people I can see all are shaking their head no. So the Google 3-pack is a method that Google uses to display the top 3 results for search. So you've all seen it before, you just didn't know that it was called the 3-pack. See the search term at the top in the search bar? Imagine people searching for real estate agents in Chicago, for example. At the top are paid ads. They get the first position because they're paying. To be honest with you, a lot of times, and personally, I guess speaking from experience here, I don't like clicking the ads because I feel like it's not earned. I like to go to the more organic stuff, and I think that's what a lot of people try and do here. But at the top, below the ads, I should say, right in the middle is the Google 3-pack. In Google search engine results, the Google 3-pack or local pack, as it's called, is a prominent local map listing that presents to consumers the 3 businesses that Google considers most relevant and of the highest quality. That's where you want to be. It provides an at-glance snapshot of your business in a busy world where people make decisions based on A, whether they can find your business at all, and B, what others are saying about you, i.e. reviews. And remember, when users are on mobile, they can just click that little blue phone icon, click to call, and instantly reach you. In a world of constant smartphone usage, your clients want a way to push a button and instantly be connected to your business, right? See that blue button at the bottom of the 3-pack? That's an option for users to click and see more search results. So that's called, in my opinion, no man's land. Nobody clicks there. I've read statistics and data. Nobody clicks there. So you want to be visible in the Google 3-pack if you want people to contact you. So on that same note, who wants to be noticed in the Google 3-pack? I'm assuming all you guys. So first of all, you should know that the Google 3-pack results change depending on where the person conducting the search is located. So don't think I've got no reviews, I'm way behind here. If you're local and your address is close, you can be up there with only a handful of reviews over someone who's got 200 reviews, but is 4 miles down the street. So don't get discouraged, and it takes a little bit of time. And I'll give you some tips and guidance on how to kind of supercharge or pack up your reviews very, very quickly from your existing database here at the end. But businesses that appear on the Google 3-pack are location dependent. In other words, results change depending on where the person conducting the search is physically located. It's all about relevance. However, you can optimize your profile to increase your chances of appearing in the 3-pack. You guys want to learn how to do that and optimize your profile? So Google lists 3 factors that it takes into account in local rankings. 1, you got relevance, 2, distance, and 3, prominence. This means that first, if you'd like to be ranked high in local search results, your profile needs to be relevant and well optimized to a user's search query with relevant keywords that include your local area in your description. So Google will also look at your website to a degree and evaluate your local focused content on your website. So having a website with local content can help, and your website should be optimized for mobile users. As I mentioned above, the Google Local 3-pack was created especially for mobile users. Second, your business must be located in close vicinity to the user that does the search. Again, Google wants to deliver the best local experience for the person searching based on where they are at, not you. Not you trying to service the entire state. Because you guys with me, to Holly's point, you don't want to put that you're in Chicago. If they're looking in Crown Point, Indiana, they're not going to find you ever. And finally, your business should be well known to customers and have high authority. This is why you need to acquire more positive reviews than not just on Google, but also on other sites, things like Zillow, Yelp, Facebook, et cetera. For me personally, for my post-closing follow-up email that I send after having the phone call and asking if there was anything my team and I could have done better, I include Google, Yelp, and Zillow in that order and mention in the email that they can easily copy and paste for each. So my main focus is Google. Kind of side story here. I used to focus on Zillow, thought that was going to be my bread and butter. And this goes back to probably 2009 or 10. And I currently have almost, I think, 300 or so Zillow reviews now. I've gotten little to nothing out of that, believe it or not. So I switched from Zillow over to focusing on Google, probably about 2015, I want to say. And that's been my focus now. And I've actually gotten calls from people on Google. I'm happy to share success stories, but that's for another time and place. I don't want to waste everybody's time with that stuff. But people will find you on Google and call you up, as opposed to say, Zillow. Yelp is also a good one too, but Yelp's a pay-to-play platform. I'm not a huge fan of theirs. To give you an example, I haven't looked in a while, but maybe 170 or 80 Yelp reviews, and Yelp will only show about 40 to 50 based on their algorithm that they think are the better reviews for the outside world. And then at the bottom, it'll say another 120 reviews that don't meet Yelp's algorithm or something along those lines. Probably because I'm not paying Yelp any money for advertising. I think that would change if I did. But let's take a closer look now at the Google 3-pack. So your business ranking in local search correlates directly to the completeness and accuracy of your Google My Business listing. This is because Google wants to be able to display as much information about a business to consumers as possible. The more information you supply Google, the more Google can supply its searchers. And the more comfortable it will be ranking you in higher results. So step one is to make sure you complete your profile, add images, get verified again. I've said it a couple of times, I'll probably say it again, and post some content. So let's again talk about reviews here. So Google reviews add trustworthiness to a business. Google ranks business with a high volume of good reviews higher. According to Bright Local, 88% of consumers read online reviews and 85% of people trust them just as much as a personal recommendation. Let me read that again. 85% of people trust them just as much as a personal recommendation. The average number of stars make a huge impression on customers. Listings with 5-star reviews earn 69% of the attention on the 3-pack, while 4 stars earn 59% and 3 stars earn 44%. Also, the number of reviews is important for consumers' trust. 83% of consumers read an average of 2 to 10 reviews, but 7% read 11 to 20, and 6% want feedback from that at least 20 reviews. So if you have less than 11 online reviews, you're not getting the attention of 13% of the buying population, which is a pretty big number. So the longer you wait to start building your reviews, the more you stand to lose for better online visibility and ranking within the 3-pack. So yeah, stay current and keep adding the reviews. Thanks, Jeremy. Here's a tip. So like I mentioned earlier, you want to reply to all your reviews. Google notifies you every time someone completes a review on your Google My Business listing, so you can thank them. You should reply to every review and include real estate keywords like, again, home, homeowner, home, first-time buyer, etc. Just sprinkle them into your replies. Obviously, don't just list them. Give the bots essentially what they're looking for in the algorithm, so they bring you to the top of the list. Now, but again, before you reply to reviews, you need to verify your account if you haven't done so already. So once you get the postcard with your verification code, verify your account, log in, click on the reviews in the left sidebar and reply to your reviews. You guys see it there? Pretty straightforward. Keep in mind too, Google's constantly changing their platform. This is actually a screenshot from a couple months ago, and they've now changed it where it's all located, and you'll see in a second here on a website. So just keep that in mind. It might not look exactly like this. Some of these slides are older from prior classes that I've put together, but for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. So another third way for you guys to rank higher on Google Maps is to embed a Google map on your website. Most businesses place a map on the contact page of their site. Embedding a Google map is just another way of telling Google that your business is located where your listing says it is. Use the same address that you have on your Google My Business listing. Now, to embed a Google map on your website, it's kind of hard to do yourself. You really need to get with your website provider. I personally just had to send them this exact HTML, and they put it in there for it to kind of cross-reference and correlate. But once you got, your account set up, search for your business name in Google Maps, not Google though, make sure it's Google Maps, which is maps.google.com for those that don't know. Click on share, and then right next to share, you'll see that embed a map tab. Copy and paste the HTML on your business contact page. Again, I would get with your web person to make sure you do it correctly. And it's probably, most of you probably don't know how to dive into code. So I would probably just give that to your developer / coder and have them take it from there so you don't mess anything up. So again, I'll say it again, it's that important. Build a strong presence on social media. This is not just about your Google My Business page. That's where people are going to find you, but Google wants to see that you're other places too. So think Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook, Yelp. Again, to establish yourself as a local business with loyal followers. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You have to have consistency. So your information on Zillow, on Realtor.com, Facebook, Yelp, and Google all has to be the same. Same address, same business name, same phone number. They want to see that consistency. Would you guys want to hear some more ideas to get Google reviews besides just asking for, past clients? So let's look at Dustin Garrett here at the Team One group in Idaho. So they've got 114 Google reviews. And I wanted to use somebody besides myself here, just to give you an idea from an agent standpoint, so you can kind of feel it more for yourself and not myself, which is why I use Dustin out in Idaho here. So you could create a monthly or quarterly review contest, send a video email to past clients and give links to Google, Zillow, and Facebook, and tell them if they leave a review on 3, they will be entered into a quarterly drawing for this. For what Dustin did was he did a $50 gift card. You obviously could increase that. Maybe $50 is not going to make people, leave 3 reviews or 1 review on 3 different sites. But anyone like this idea? Throw it in the chat. Nobody likes it. All right. Well, never mind then. I was going to say, take it, copy it, and make it yours. All right. Tara likes it. Cool. All right. So what else is Dustin Garrett doing on his profile? He's doing some events here. This shows Google that you're active and you get some Google juice, as I like to call it. So you guys see his event listing here on the right. Now, where does his event link from? That's right, Facebook. So Google bots love seeing you sprinkled throughout the web and having everything connected. They're bringing, local people that have a local presence to the front and center of that person that's in that community and trying to make a difference there. So he's linked his Christmas event from his Facebook page to his Google My Business page. This helps Dustin show up in search because he's hitting on all 3 areas. Again, number 1, relevance. He has relevant content. Number 2, distance. He's obviously local. And number 3, prominence. He has over 100 reviews. Does all make sense to you guys? How many of you guys are already doing local events? What's up, Cal? You could unmute if you want. So all they're doing there, it's not Google and Facebook aren't. The question was, how do you link your Facebook to your Google account? They're not linking the Google and the Facebook. They're just using their information from Facebook and using that link on the events page in Google. So the link from their Facebook event, as you see here, you just take that and copy and paste it into your link or into your Google My Business page. So it shows that same information, but Google knows you're getting it from Facebook. So the kind of interwebbings are all connected there. Great question though. All right, so how do you guys know if you're getting traction? Obviously, if you're getting more phone calls, you know it's working, but Google also provides you with useful performance to check how often your profile has been viewed. So Google My Business Performance, it used to be called Insights. They just changed it to Performance in the last couple of months with some of the changes that they've made. Focus on how customers find your listing on search and maps and what they do after they find it. So this can be super helpful to get a better feel for kind of where people are coming from, as well as and keywords and things like that, as well as where they're going once they find you. So Google My Business Performance, the platform's built-in analytics tool, shows you how people search for, interact with your business page, and gives you information to see how you can customize your profile to reach your ideal clients. You can think of Google My Business Performance as your window on local search. So it contains information related to local search performance, such as number of views your listings has received, or how search users find you, and the types of interaction they have with your listing, such as clicking through to your website, calling you, or requesting directions. So I'm not sure if you guys can read, it's kind of small. It's hard to show you everything there, but this is my actual Google My Business performance here from October to January. Keep in mind, really slow this year compared to the last couple of years. But 200 people checked out my business profile. Looks like 1,700 of them, or I'm sorry, 1,700 viewed my business profile, and actual interactions was about 200. And they got the keywords on the right there, but most people are finding me through Google search on their desktop and then mobile. I'd imagine, because I'm a lender and not an agent, that you're going to see more people on maps and less people on the desktop and mobile side of things. But regardless of how they find you, they find you. That's all you're looking for there too. So, all right. So accessing performance is quick and easy. Simply search for yourself. I did this literally a couple days ago, so this is as fresh as it gets. Simply search yourself on Google and make sure that you're signed in under your Google/Gmail account. Click on performance. However, to view performance, guess what you guys need to do? You can't see your performance, and you might be looking right now and trying to find it. If you haven't, guess what? Verified your account. You need to get that Google postcard. That's your golden ticket here. Jeremy said, any idea what the metric views this month means? I see that number ebb and flow each day. It should be based on how many people have actually looked at your account for that month. Jeremy, are you saying you see that number go down in the same month?
Yeah, every day it changes. But when you get the monthly stats from Google, the actual profile views is very different than that, right? So like you're not getting 1,100 people clicking on your profile each month, at least based on your monthly stats, right? But that number,
good question.
That number is like a rolling 30-day average or something, I believe.
Yeah, I think it is too, because it's a guy who checked on this on, I think, the 4th or 5th, and it had a number that was about the same as this one. It was about 900. So I don't think from, in 4 days, 900 people, unless New Year's Day was a busy day for my Google profile. I don't know, but
yeah,
it truthfully, I mean, I look at this stuff. I'm not super focused on it because ultimately it's not going to really change my actions at all. Now, if I was doing Google ads, that's a different story. I will tell you guys in Chicagoland, Google ads is kind of a losing proposition because there's so many companies that are putting money behind the Google ads. The great thing about you guys attending today and building up your own profiles is I get phone calls from people that are looking for a mortgage advisor that don't want to call a mortgage company. They want to talk to an individual. And so, Compass Mortgage, Barron Warner, whoever you work for, they might have their own Google My Business page. People aren't looking to call that company. They want you. I'll tell you quick. What's that? Oh, some background noise. So I got a closing on Tuesday. I found me about a week before Christmas. They're buying a house for one. And just to show you the people that are calling off Google, it's not just people that can't get a mortgage or talk to 5 agents that have fired because they're a pain in the butt. This guy is buying him and his wife are buying a $1.7 million place in Chicago. They can pay cash for it about 7 times over. They're very, very wealthy. They're getting a mortgage for $500,000. Found me on Google. I was one of a handful of people they were talking to. We're closing on Tuesday. That's a success story. Why do I think they found me that week? I posted several things in about a 5-day period that had keywords in them. Same stuff I'm putting on social media. That stuff brought me to the top of the list. And again, I'm sure you guys are thinking, well, you've got 223 Google reviews, and that's the difference. I'm going to tell you in a second here, a really good way to crank those numbers up and continue to build on that from future transactions in a second here. Who's got the background noise? Let's see if we can kill that. Thank you. So here's a great place to go for some help and direction. As you know, there's always help guides and things like that all over the place, but Google does a really good job of kind of simplifying this stuff. So you can go to support.google.com/business. It's a whole community of people that are trying to do the same thing as you, which is optimize, their Google profiles. So congratulations, guys. You now know how to set up as well as optimize your Google My Business profile. So here's the next step. Step 1, you guys got to get verified if you're not already. Get that postcard. Step 2, optimize your business listing with information, pictures, videos, and reviews. Doing so will help you guys gain a better position in Google's local search results. That's what we all want, right? More business to get noticed. So now I want to give you guys a little nugget here on how to kind of hit the ground running with your Google reviews, or for those that have had a Google profile for a couple of years and only have 15, 20 reviews, which is a great start. You guys are, and those that don't have a profile at all are probably thinking, well, this all sounds great, but it's going to take me a while to build up my reviews and compete with other agents that started way before me. Good news is, it doesn't have to be that way. You have past clients as well as your sphere of influence that are already raving fans of yours, right? So a review doesn't have to be from a recent closed transaction. It can be someone that you guys helped years ago. What I did when I was building my reviews, remember this was years ago. So think about what works best for you today and what your brand is. But I emailed each past client. So the email was personally addressed to them. And if I was doing this today, I could have just used my marketing platform to include each person's first name and automate things. But I actually added each person's name to the email. And if I could put something about them personally to make a stronger connection, I did. For example, congrats again on getting married or having a kid, etc. I know that can be a daunting task if you got a long past client list, but in that situation, you could try the more automated approach with a marketing platform and just dropping their first name in there, see what responses you get, and then maybe circle back a couple weeks later with personal outreach to those that didn't, leave a review for you. And then you can maybe text message or a personal email where you mentioned the wedding or the kid or the, whatever it might be, retirement kind of thing. So anyways, after that, after I reached out, I then dropped my personal hook to soften them a little bit. So that I had just, and in my case, this was 2015, I just got a puppy and I included a picture of the puppy to make it even more real and personal. Again, with our business, the hardest thing is connecting with people and not making it seem like you're, hey, send me business. I need some business over here. So, and then at the end of the email, that's when I slid in I'm building my online resume and I need a favor. Can you please share your story and experience with the online world using the below Google link? I then mentioned that Google looks at other website reviews as well. So if you can copy and paste the same review into the other links, that will be a huge help and get your story to more people. Again, try and make it more about them and their story than you. They think, oh yeah, and people love to talk and love to kind of share their story. So the more you can spin it that way, and obviously they know they're helping you out with the review, but people feel like it's more about them and less about you, they're going to be more likely to leave those reviews for you. And also, again, leave a longer review with story and experience being the key words there. And then below, your Google review link, include whichever other 2 sites you'd like to build reviews on. So Yelp, Zillow is the ones that I mentioned, but Facebook is also a great one, realtor.com, et cetera. Redfin, I think some people are on there. Well, I guess agents probably wouldn't be on there, but lenders are. Now, because you're already asking for the review favor, I wouldn't ask that or end the email with a lot of us, hey, let me know if I can help anybody, or I'm never too busy for your referrals, all those different taglines that we all use. I wouldn't ask them for that because you're already asking for the favor for the review. You might turn them off. And you want the email to trigger a response back. So it's supposed to be engaging, not just a, hey, leave me a review and go back to, leaving me alone and not engaging with me. Use this as an opportunity, especially in the slower market, to stir up some immediate business while also asking for a favor for yourself. Make it as friendly as possible. Ask questions that they'll want to answer. And for those people that are in your sphere of influence, I guess any questions on that real quick before I go over to the sphere of influence? No? Also, but yeah, for those in your sphere of influence that you haven't helped buy, sell, or rent yet, you can still ask for their support. So I assume these are people that you know personally for the most part, and they know you. So go with the same personal connection approach. Then say something like, I know I haven't had the opportunity to help you buy or sell yet, but I hope you know that when I do, when the time comes around, I'll provide amazing service and get you the best deal. Now, obviously, you guys are the experts and know what to say here better than me for your own personal brand and kind of how to butter them up there, but that's just an idea. But put your personal touch on it, and then say, I'm building my online resume. I need your help to get noticed and stand out. Would you mind telling the online world who I am as a real estate agent, please? So again, it's more about you as a person, and Google's not going to be checking if this is a legit review or not. If somebody says, hey, so-and-so's, great at what they do. They work hard. I mean, these people, I'm assuming, are going to see you working on the weekends, working late hours, et cetera. So they can vouch for you there, even though you haven't helped them buy or sell a home quite yet. With my puppy campaign that was back in 2015, I went from 0 reviews to 75 in a week using this little strategy here. And again, it took a lot of time and effort. I was sending personal emails. There's different ways to do it. I'm happy to consult with you and give you my 2 cents if you want to, after this call. But for anyone that has reviews on other social platforms already, another idea you can do, just copy those reviews, reach out to the individual with your Google link, asking them to copy and paste to help you build your Google profile. Does this all make sense? Any questions? No. All right, so here in summary, here's what we learned today. We learned the what and the why of Google My Business, how to set up and optimize your account, getting client reviews, getting found on Google search, and understanding Google performance. You guys glad you came so far? All right, so here are some classes that I've taught over the last few months. If you found this helpful, you're going to find similar content, obviously with different focuses here. 10 ways to get more listings. That was a really good one. And keep in mind, the last 3 months of 2022, I know a lot of you guys were burnt out, checked out, and enjoy yourself and on vacations. These are all recorded. You can go back there. I'm happy to send them to you. So I got QR codes up there. The one on the left is going to be to my email. Just email me. I'll send you whatever recordings you need. They're all online. You can grab them. Another one that was really good, the last one I taught for 2022, was attracting and engaging the next generation of home buyers. And so that's going to be, your 25 to 40-year-old. I was really surprised in digging into the National Association of Realtors buyer and seller trends guide from March 2022, how things are shifting. One of the top takeaways I was surprised to hear, the new age buyer, next generation buyer, their sales cycle is about a year long. So not only have to, wow them at the beginning, we have to stay in front of them for a whole year, which is kind of crazy to think about. So things like drip campaigns, content, reaching out quarterly, et cetera. Another one that I mentioned a little earlier, embracing the shift, how to pivot and thrive in a changing real estate market, talks about the media terrifying us and not clarifying anything. Also talks about a 2-year temporary buy down, which I'm sure you guys all know about. I was bringing those up in like July and June when rates were starting to shift. And then everybody and their moms started talking about them in like October. So I'm sure you guys are all familiar there. I won't bore you with what a 2-year buy down is, but it's a great way to bridge the gap for the next 2 years as we now in these lower interest rates. And like I mentioned earlier, for those that might have been a little bit late, interest rates are expected from the powers that be that I follow to be in the mid to low 5s by the end of the year, maybe even sooner. So we'll see what that looks like. And then for those that like to plan across T's and dot I's, I also did a business planning class for real estate agents, recording that as well. So everybody good on the QR codes before I go any farther? All good? Anybody still need them? If you do, just say 1 sec in the chat. All right, keep on rolling here. So for those that don't already work with me, I want to see who's interested in a partnership. I'm looking to partner with a few select agents who value a lender partner versus a lender vendor. What does being a partner mean to me? It starts with creating a world-class referable experience centered around education, like I mentioned earlier, and treating my clients and everybody like I'd like to be treated. But that's just the beginning. A true partner to me is someone who helps you win more deals and grow your business. If that's what you're looking for in a lender, let's talk and see if there's a fit. Another QR code here. You can jump on my calendar. Whether it's to talk about a partnership, and again, there's no obligation with this. I'm just willing to help you guys. If you have your own lender relationships, your best friend, whatever, not a big deal. Happy to help you grow your business. Just enjoy helping people. But we can review your Google My Business profile, figure out what hiccups you might have, what a lender partnership versus a lender vendor might look like. For example, I'm not sure if you guys are all familiar with HomeBot, but it's a great tool that I use, and I partner with my real estate agents to stay in front of their existing database and past clients. It helps people build wealth through real estate. That's HomeBot's tagline. I also use it for my own buyers too. So, and of course, anything else that I can help with, whether it's other classes or the Google My Business stuff. So any questions? Go in the chat or unmute yourself and go ahead and speak up if you want to. I can stay on for as long as you guys want. Nothing?
Hey, Mike, I don't have a question, but I wanted to say thanks so much. This was super helpful. I really appreciate all the research that you did, and I look forward to implementing some of this in the future. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Anybody else? All right, guys.
Mike, thank you.
Hope you know how to find me. Have a great rest of the day and be safe out there. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Mike.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks, you too.
I'll send a recording out after this too to everybody, so you guys have it.
Thank you.